Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and another episode of RGH 3 101. In this video, I'm gonna actually explain the steps in installing xbGuard, which is a stealth server. In the past, I've done or covered how to install the Proto Stealth server, and I realized there've been a lot of issues with it, and I've always recommended using xb stealth server otherwise. So I'm going to go to the process. It's quite simple, and I'm gonna walk it through and I'll set up it properly. As you can see here, I'm on my console, and it presently does not have a stealth server, and I'm not connected to live. So we're gonna go over to our desktop, and I'll get you all started. So right now on your system, I'll need to go to the xbGuard stealth server website, and there you'll download the XCX file, because that's what you need for your console. Once you download it, it goes straight to your desktop. Depends on where you choose to save it, and it will come down in a compressed zip file. Then what you're going to do after that, you're going to open that zip file. So once you extract that zip file, you'll be given this folder. In that folder, you'll have two other folders, one that's HDD and one's at USB. Now, being that we're going to be putting out these files on the hard drive itself, so what you need to do is to open HDD, and you'll see the plugins that we needed. You'll see your stealth server and other two supporting files that need to be on the root of your console hard drive. But before that, we need to edit our ini file, because there's one thing we need to add to it. Especially if you're using Aurora, you need to add the path to Aurora back into this file, because this file already have all the network settings, so it's going to replace the one that's on your console with this one. Alright, so now within that ini file, if we go down to default, right under these boot entries for different dashboards, this is where you're going to place your path to Aurora. So this is the normal path that it will normally be in root of your hard drive apps, Aurora XCX. That's the path you will put. If you have it somewhere else, you'll put that path right there. Scrolling down, everything is already set up. These are the path for the different plugin, and these are in the correct order. All network settings are already set up, pre-set up already, so you don't need to change anything. Everything is just right for you to safely go online. So you're going to close that, and we're going to transfer this over to our console. In doing so, we can either use FTP through FileZilla, or you can transfer it over. So these are small, so I can just do it through FTP. So I'm going to open up FileZilla, connect to the console, and transfer everything right over. As you can see here, I've connected to the console using the FTP through FileZilla. Now all I need to do is navigate to the root of the internal hard drive. We already have our ini there. So we're just gonna drag and drop everything right here and replace what's on the root. So we're gonna add everything there. We're gonna drag it there, and you'll get a message asking to overwrite. Yes, overwrite. And we're done. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna switch back over to our console right now. And in doing so, all we need to actually do is to reboot our console. So go to start, and we're just going to do a reboot. And once the console power on and it detects network, it will do one more reboot, so it will suddenly turn off. Don't be surprised, that is totally normal. So then the console will then, you'll get a pop-up message saying that it's going to reboot, and your console will reboot. And there you go. Once that's done, you will get the confirmation that the stealth server has been connected and that you are free to log into Xbox Live. Just give it some time to connect. Now, if you see this screen comes up and not Aurora, it could be that I haven't configured that part properly. So we can actually just log into our profile. And give it some time to log in. Thereafter, you can use the guide button to go back to Aurora itself. Let's give it some time to up, and there your still server is up and running. There you go. And if you're still unable to go into Aurora, you can always check back your INI file to ensure that it's configured properly. If you have DashLaunch, you can also open DashLaunch on your console. So let me double check here. Alright, so this is a slight miscalculation. After I changed the path to Aurora in the text file editor itself, I didn't click save. So I redid the process. Make sure to click saved after editing the file, then transfer it through FTP using FileZilla. And the console is doing its rebooting again. And it should boot right into Aurora. All right, so let's give it some time. So yeah, so in doing the INI file, just ensure that you click save after making those changes. Then you just drag and drop all 4 files to the root of your hard drive, like I did, and reboot your console. Once your console turn on and detects a network, it will reboot again. And then it will connect to the stealth server and load right into Aurora, just like I was doing right now. And there you go, you're connected. And then Aurora will show up itself on the dashboard. And we can double check, and there we are. Stealth server is active, and you can log into whatever profile you want to use. And go ahead. And once you're in, you are good to go to play whatever game you want and enjoy your live experience. There you go. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any question, just post it down in the comment, and I'll see you in the next one and another episode of RGH 3 101.